Representative Roberts.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to, Doctor, talk about the drug wholesaler contract with Morse-Dixon. And please note, if you sense any frustration, it's not just with you, it's shared across the last 2 weeks of all the agency contracting we've heard. So let me preface that. What is the average salary for a contract manager, just on average?
I don't know.
I don't have that. Donna Shepard with Department of State Health Services. We can get that amount to you. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but it will be in the range of between 40 and 60,000.
Okay. So presumably the 43,000 that we've left on the table so far might be used to go towards a contract manager if we recoup those dollars. Is that fair to say?
I think that's fair to say.
Okay.
I can tell you what we're doing now in response in terms of the way we're managing contracts at the agency, if you wish.
Let me understand this issue first, and then I'd love to hear that. So if I'm looking, the audit report, an audit report on selected contracts at DISH was released on June 16th. Is that when you would have received it?
Thereabouts, yes.
Okay. And I presume everyone read it, or whoever's responsible, which I guess, Doctor, at the end of the day would be you, since the buck stops there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Help me understand the lack of sense of urgency. And again, the amount of 43,000, trust me, there's a lot more money if we're not auditing the wholesaler contract versus our discount. But help me understand, when you see $43,000 that your agency inadvertently paid to a wholesaler, why are we in February? I mean, why wouldn't somebody in accounts payable make a call to Louisiana, to Morse-Dixon, hey guys, we mispaid you $43,000? Why the lack of sense of urgency?
Donna Shepard with Department of State Health Services. We've made significant progress on the audit findings, and some of the payments were, the invoice wasn't clear. The charges were charges we did owe for drop shipment payments. They were categorized as service payments. So we've been working with the vendor to make sure the invoices come in and they're clear. We have a letter drafted that's a technical letter to the vendor where we would step process the different things we want to see when they send us the bill.
So is this $43,000 amount that is owed back to the state or not?
Not entirely.
Okay. Is any of it owed back to the state?
We're researching that, if any of it's owed back to the state.
So since June, we've been researching?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The person that negotiated the contract with Morse-Dixon, do they have any pharmacy experience? Any pharmacy background?
I don't know who negotiated the contract.
Okay. Was it let for a competitive bid to other wholesalers?
Again, that was before my time as commissioner, so I'm not sure. Donna, do you have any insight that?
I'm sorry?
I'm not aware if it was an open bid.
Would you be able to let us know that?
Of course.
Thank you. And I guess just in general, why would, and again, you may not be able to answer, a contract of $308 million seems material to me.
I agree.
Why would there not be a contract manager on a contract of that amount?
So currently, we have hired a contract manager now since the findings of the audit, so that person is in place. Previously, the contract spans across several programs, and so each program was managing pieces of the contract. So now, post-audit, we'll have someone that can manage the overall contract across the programs and divisions of the department.
What does that look like today versus what it didn't look like last year?
To me, what it looks like is you have one person that sees the bigger picture of the whole contract instead of someone that just sees the HIV component or just the TB component or maybe just the state hospital piece. And so that person can manage it and make it more unified.
Part of managing, and you may not know this, but I'd be interested, the way that these discounts, these contracts work is you will have whichever the pharmaceutical price, right? You will have whatever the negotiated discount, and that should be the amount that we pay, correct?
Correct.
I can tell you many times that the contracted price is not loaded correctly. And if you don't do a random audit, you will never catch that. So is that part of the scope of the contract manager?
I can't speak to that level of detail right here, but we can get you that.
That would be fabulous. And I hope you see, at least from my perspective, being a business person, dollars have value, okay? And it's one thing if I'm a sole proprietor, because that money's coming out of my bank account. But we're dealing with taxpayer dollars here. And when there's money sitting on the table and there's not a sense of urgency, I mean, can you see why that, one, would be problematic, but also it really makes it hard, at least for me, and I'm the rookie, to look at supplemental requests and try to think, why would I want to give you more money if you're not managing the dollars that you have? Does that seem reasonable?
We understand your point of view, yes.
Okay, thanks.